there, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are doing well. And you know what? This is a gentleman here that he was kind of one of those ones where I wondered, whatever happened to him? You know how you hear, musical guests, stars, whatever back in the day, and then you're kind of wondering, like, did they fall off? What just happened? You just didn't hear from them again. And then we see this news, and it is that apparently not only is a fact that the shocking situation is that he was sentenced for anything, it's the nature of which the crime that was apparently he was convicted of. So let's go ahead and get into this. You remember, Mr. Watch Me and Nene and Whip It Nene, all of that. Oh yeah, it was actually what comedian Tiffany Haddish's one of her favorite signature moves. Yeah, I mean, it's just so sad how you see the rise and the fall of someone in such a quick way. At the end of the day, it didn't seem like he was out very long at all. So let's go ahead and get into this story. It is coming to us by way of Hollywood Unlocked, and it shares that, Whip Nene rapper Silento receives a 30-year sentence for his cousin's 2021 unaliving. And of course, as we want to keep it YouTube friendly, I will be changing a few words around. Now, Atlanta rapper Silento is sentenced to 30 years in his cousin's unaliving case. Atlanta-born rapper Silento, best known for his viral hit Watch Me, Whip and Nene, just received a 30-year prison sentence after pleading guilty to unaliving his cousin. The sentencing brings a heartbreaking chapter to a close for both families as details about the 2021 tragedy continue to surface. The 27-year-old artist, born Ricky Hawk, entered a plea of guilty but mentally ill to several charges, including voluntary manslaughter and aggravated assault, after he fatally pow-powed his cousin, 34-year-old Frederick Rooks III, back in January 2021. Now, according to police reports, officers from DeKalb County responded to a call on Deep Show Circle and Corners Crossing in the early morning hours of January 21st, 2021. When they arrived, they found Rooks unresponsive, suffering from multiple pow-pow wounds, and he was pronounced unalived at the scene. Neighbors told investigators they heard multiple pow-pows ring out, and footage from a nearby security camera captured a white BMW SUV speeding away. The same SUV was linked to Silento after family members confirmed Rooks was last seen getting into the vehicle with him just hours earlier. Now, initially, police had no leads, but after diving deeper into the footage and testimonies, they named Hawk as the primary suspect. Now, authorities later matched bullet casings from the crime scene to a pow-pow found in Silento's possession during his arrest. He eventually confessed to pulling the pow-pow. Now, police send Silento positive vibrations. His publicist speaks on his mental health struggles. Now, shortly after his arrest, Silento's longtime PR manager, Chanel Hudson, released a heartfelt statement addressing his ongoing mental health battles. Please send my client Silento some positive vibrations. Over the past several years, Ricky has been suffering immensely from a series of mental health illnesses. We will continue in his efforts of treatment, but we ask in the meantime the public uplift him and his family in immediate prayer and positive energy. Ricky is a beautiful soul, and we hope that the same people who came up whipping and nay with him continue to support him and lift him in prayer. God bless. The statement gave fans a peek into the pain behind the fame. While the public once knew Silento for his viral dance anthem that had the whole world moving in 2015, it's clear now that behind the scenes, the younger star was battling something much darker. Mental health struggles in the Black community, especially among young male artists, continue to be overlooked or dismissed until it's too late. Silento's team says he had been in and out of mental health treatment prior to the incident. From viral fame to prison time, a look back at the Silento's rise and fall. Now, before the tragedy, Silento had become a household name thanks to his 2015 chart topper, Watch Me, Whip, Nene. The song went viral, racking up millions of views, performances on major stages, and dance challenges across TikTok and Instagram. At just 17 years old, Silento had the world at his feet. But fame came fast, and so did the pressure. Silento struggled to replicate the success of his first hit, and soon reports of erratic behavior and arrests began to circulate. By the time of his cousin's death, Silento had already been dealing with several legal and personal issues. Wow, what an absolute tragedy. What it's just sad, 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 sad. And to think about the families and how they're having to deal with, this really double tragedy. One of the fact that, the fact that he killed, unalived his cousin, and now being sentenced for 30 years. So, both young men are gone, virtually forever at this point. Um, Wow, it just goes to show you, for our loved ones, we really have to go out of our way to make sure that we're checking in on them. There is obviously going to be a lot of details associated with the situation that we may not get a chance to hear about, or may start to open up later on as time goes on. But it's just a tragedy, and not understanding where this, stemmed from. The fact that you've got, two family members, together in this kind of a tragic situation, and how both sides of the family have to come together and, move forward, and how they move forward, and what is it going to take for them to be able to do, how is it going to be for them to forgive. And so for sure, I say prayers up to everybody. This is undoubtedly it's a tragedy. It really is. Sometimes all that glitter isn't gold. And, a lot of times you don't know what people are dealing with behind the scenes, and how that can affect others as well. And so looking out for our loved ones, and keeping, checking up on them, and all of those good things, and getting them to places to, seek help when we see things are not going well, being lending an ear to them. All these things are so important, in times of, just getting through everyday life, let alone like the things that we're seeing and dealing and now in today's day. So with that, I thank you so much for, taking the time to spend with me. This was not obviously a fun story, and yeah, I mean, definitely leave your thoughts, especially down below in the comment section. What do you think about this? If you heard anything else in regards to it, were you aware that this had happened? I had not. I just know he was just one of those artists that it was kind of just, one day, like, wondering, where did he go? Because that song was viral. It's still viral, in my opinion. We still, get a little kick out of doing that. And so to know that this is the way things have turned out for this young man is just really, truly unfortunate. So with that, though, I thank you so much for being here. Again, prayers to the family, and hoping that they find some form of peace, some way of peace, some way of moving forward through this tragic situation. And definitely, as I always say, definitely make sure you're checking on your loved ones, your strong ones, your friends, your family, just keeping each one of us, and knowing that we are here for each other, and it is the most important thing. It just really, really is. So with that, thank you again for being here. I think that about do it for this video. I'm going to bid you adieu. I will be dropping another video later on this evening, so make sure you hit that all notification bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss it. And if you are new here, welcome. And yeah, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, be part of the family. I would still love to have you. And to all of you who've already subscribed, you are already part of the family. Thank you so much for your continued viewing and listening support. And so with that, I will see you in a little bit. You take care, and yeah, I'll see you then.